Good afternoon, welcome back. This is Craig, and I thought I'd have a bit of a chat about some channel updates because things are moving fast and it's interesting and good. So before we start, I have my nice pipe here. I'm just going to load it first with one of my current favourites. Yep, Peterson standard mixture, and we'll have a bit of a chat. There's nothing heavy, nothing scary. It's all interesting, trust me. You know, the more you get to know me, the more you'll realise how fast I move. I'm an impatient person and I like to get things done. I'm not one for messing around. Once I made a decision, that's it, the decision's made and off I go. And yeah, I've made a few decisions, and to be honest, I just want to enjoy what I'm doing with this channel. It's gone in a totally different direction to what I thought it would. So in that regard, which is why I need to make a few changes, and not changes that are going to affect the channel the way it is now. Far from it. It'll probably enhance it, just so you can see, you know, what the standard mixture looks like. It's a lovely blend there, an English mixture. It's not too heavy. It's a mixture of Virginia and Turkish tobaccos, so it's almost like an Oriental, I guess, but not quite. Got a great flavour profile. It's not too heavy English, not too overpowering, but still got plenty of flavour. More flavour than an Elizabethan, I think, in my opinion. And it's not like a Balkan, like the Balkan blend. It's a nice, honest to goodness English blend. And I really enjoy smoking it. I just find it a nice, easy, comfortable blend. I've had enough of that zip on. I think it's time I bought myself a proper pipe. Right. I might just revert back to matches. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, changes. So the first change is one that you will be familiar with, is that I was going to try out the I'm going to try out the live broadcast, because it gets rid of the delay, isn't it? I make a video, talk to myself, and then I get questions and whatnot in the comments, which is fine, which I actually really enjoy. But I like interaction too, and I think it'd be nice to have that. So we'll try the live broadcast, see how that fares out. The only downside to that, for me, I can see, is it's still me talking, and then you all aim to interact directly by questions, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But it might be better with something eventually, like a Zoom or a Google Rooms or whatever they call it, so that we can actually be online together and talk, because that's proper interaction. Now, my channel is not big enough to have hundreds of people on these. I don't foresee it ever happening. Not yet, anyway. Maybe in years to come, but right now, I think I have 360 channel supporters, subscribers, and 362. I got another 2 subscribers. So like, I'm only small. So like having a Zoom meeting like that, or a Google Rooms, or whatever they call Google Meet, is it? I actually can't remember. I don't think it'll be overpowering because I don't think there'll be that many who will actually join. So we might try that too. But first we'll start this, we'll do the Google, or sorry, the YouTube live broadcast. Now what I have done is I've just put a post on my channel, and it's just to see what times would suit people, because when it actually comes down to it, it would be interesting to know what people are going to be, what's going to suit people, what time, and probably day, but time first, because more than anything else, I think I want it to be for everyone. It's not just for me. I mean, for me, I enjoy it anyway, but if there's more people that can join, the better, and make it more practical for people to join. So we have a big audience in the UK and an even larger audience in the US and Canada, and we also have members from Germany and Denmark and Spain and Italy and France, a lot of European countries as well. But the time difference is quite large between here and the US. So if we have one in the morning here, the US people would struggle. It'd be in the middle of the night and it wouldn't be necessarily very good for them. But in the afternoon, or our evening 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock or something like that, that would fit them too. But it might not suit everyone, so I've put it out there. So if you could just go through, find the post, it's on my page, so you'll have to go to my site, Carrig Studio, and then see the post. There's only one post. I've only ever done one, and that's it. And it only gives you an option of four text options. So if you feel that there's another time, just put it in the comments, and then we can go from there. So I'm looking at probably trying to do this at the weekend, this coming weekend, the first one, and see how that goes, maybe on Saturday, and hopefully that'll work out okay, because to start with, going right back to the beginning, I just started this channel, and it was called Carrig Studio, and I had Carrig Studio as a channel for a very long time, but I never put any videos on. And what I was supposed to do was photography. That's one of my loves. But I never really got around to it. Life just took over, you know how life does. And so it was just sitting there. And then this last Christmas gone, my wife bought me a GoPro 13 Black. And I thought, wow, I better do something now. She said, oh, you always wanted to do some YouTube and some filming. And what I was thinking of doing was like doing just day-to-day stuff. Like I was driving trucks for a while, just just for a short while there. I used to have a haulage company years ago and got rid of that because it was just too difficult. But I enjoy driving trucks. I enjoy the freedom and just the banter, and it's just great fun. So I was doing that before Christmas for about 2 or 3 months for a local haulage company. Really nice guy. And helping him out there. And helping myself out too, to be honest, because it got me out of the house. Because I retired early, beginning of last year. And I've just been doing all sorts throughout the year. But that got me out and about, and it was nice. So I was thinking, right, I'll just film day-to-day truck, being a truck driver, and what happens, and here's the whatever, hooking up a trailer, picking up a container from the port, taking it to the customer, tipping it, all that type of stuff. The country roads, some of the atrocious roads that we have to deal with here in Ireland. And but then after Christmas, I got ill. Well, that Christmas I got quite ill, There's like a virus, like a viral flu type thing, and coughing, a really bad chest, and I finished driving after that because I needed to concentrate on business and other things as well. And whilst I was enjoying doing the driving, I had other things that were falling by the wayside, and that wasn't really very good. So sadly, I gave that up and concentrated on my other business. But then I thought, well, then I still hadn't done any videography. Gosh, that's a big word, isn't it? Sounds very highfalutin. I didn't take any videos. Didn't make any. So, and I wasn't in the mood. I was sick. I just didn't have any creativity feelings about me at all. And normally I do. So, again, I can't remember what happened. Something. I was sat at my desk smoking a pipe and watching a few pipe community videos, and I thought, you know, I could do that easily. I've got plenty of time. I've got a cupboard load of tobacco, nowhere near as much as some people have. Don't get me wrong, I don't have that much. And I thought, yeah, I'll try that. And it was at the time when this STG debacle, and we'll call it a debacle because it is, came up about Sutcliffe and McBaron. And I thought, gosh, there's a lot of hoo-ha going on about this. And it was getting a bit silly, really. So I decided, oh, I'll try it. Let me try some, I'll go and try some of these Sutcliffe blends. And I thought, I might as well film myself doing this whilst I'm doing it. And whilst I'm waiting for them, I'll try a few of my other blends. And that's what happened. So I started the channel about pipes and pipe tobacco, but it was really not designed for pipes and pipe tobacco. The name, nothing. Carrig Studio, just got no bearing on pipes. So that took a bit of a twist and a turn, and I successfully managed to go through about 30 or 40 blends, and yeah, I think I've done about 40 odd reviews, one after the other, every day, day by day. And I did that because I was absolutely, and still am, absolutely love doing this. I just get a great kick from it. I just enjoy it. It just comes natural for me to do this. So I was thinking, well, if I want to continue this on, I do need to be a little bit more specific with my name. Carrig Studio is great, it's a great name. But I don't think it's a great name for a pipe community, is it? I don't think so. Could be misconstrued for photography and things, which it was designed for in the first place. So that brings on to the next change. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to change it to just, I'm going to still have Carrig, because Carrig or Corrig is Irish for rock, and it's a part of where I live here, part of the actual name of the place I live, to be honest. And so I'll keep that. That's part of the identity of the area that I live in. And I'll just call it Carrig Piper, I think. Do you think that sounds okay? Carrig Piper? And I'll continue on with that. My wife came up with this amazing name last night. She had me in stitches. I think it was so funny. Should call it Rock Piper Scissors. I'm still toying with that too, because I like that. Rock Piper Scissors. I'll call it Carrig Piper and have a picture of scissors at the end as well. What do you think? The only problem is Rock Piper Scissors. It's a bit of a mouthful, a bit of a long name for a channel name, really, to be honest. And have an email address, Rock Piper Scissors, like that. So I've created a new email address. It's now carrigpiper@gmail.com. So Carrig Studio still exists. I'll always have that because I've had it for a long, long time anyway. But I'm going to rebrand it. So in the next day or two, it's going to be known as Carrig Piper, I think. I think that would be the best. And it's more in keeping with what I'm doing, isn't it, really? And I can always resurrect Carrig Studio if I do another channel altogether in the future for photography and whatnot. And yeah, I think that sits better with me. And so the downside for that is that all my branding that I've done on all my prior videos says Carrig Studio, but I'm not going to take them down and re-upload them. It's just too much effort. So I figured I may as well do that now while I don't have so many videos, because I'm just going to keep continuing on, and we'll just do a transition from Carrig Studio to Carrig Piper. And yeah, I think that works, doesn't it? And it's a play in the name too, isn't it? Because my name Carrig is actually Gaelic, and that means crag or rock. Carrig also is the Irish equivalent, so that's Carrig is Scottish Gaelic for rock. So it all fits together well, doesn't it? It was meant to be. Even before I realised it. So, hi, I'm Craig, I'm Carrig Piper. Yeah, it has a ring to it, doesn't it? We'll do that. It's best to announce these things, I think, because otherwise you'll see it changing and think, what on earth's going on here? This isn't right. I better put a note up as well. But you'll still be able to get to me. You'll still be subscribers. I'm only changing the name. I'm not transferring the channel or anything like that. It's just going to be renamed, rebranded, Carrig Piper. And that's it. Enjoying this. I think that's the last of my updates so far. So we're going to have some live updates, live broadcasts. See how we get on with that. That might transition into Zoom or Google Meets. And we'll allow you to have our cameras on as well, so I can see you and we can interact directly. And I think we had a few suggestions. Was it Gordon, I think, was one of them, who said we should, a week in advance, say, right, this is the blend that I'm going to be smoking during the live broadcast. Maybe you could, if you want to, you can try it alongside me as well, and that might be interesting too, mightn't it? Provided you're in the mood for that at that particular time. But it will. I'll never choose a nasty blend, trust me. I'm not into that. So that's it really. Nothing really spectacular more to say on that. So yeah. So what else has been going on? We can leave that business side away now. We're done with that now. Decision made. I was watching a few videos today and last night, and it was on the back of a few comments that were made about how I'm a little bit more realistic. I don't have all these thousands of tobacco blends, and just a normal guy. And I'm just a normal guy like you, and there's nothing special about me at all. And I was watching some, and there was this guy said, I'm going to introduce myself. I thought I'd just show you some of the tins that I have, or some of the tobacco that I have in tins. And he panned across to this huge kitchen table, and it was like loads of tins, but they weren't just like flat, they were like stacked high, 10 high. And I think, what on earth? That's thousands of dollars worth of, it was American, dollars worth of tobacco there. And there's no way you could smoke all that. There's just no way. In one lifetime could you get through all that, man. Physically impossible. And I thought, wow, that's incredible. I'd love to have half of that, but I don't need that much. And then he proceeded to say, you know, I've tried this one. He started panning through and describing them all. I'm thinking, no, that's not right. He didn't really know what he had. And it turns out he'd just started pipe smoking back in 2020 or 21 or something like that. And he had all this tobacco already. And I thought, goodness me, pipe tobacco smoking has changed, hasn't it? Never used to be like that. It wasn't about amassing masses amounts of tobacco and hundreds of different blends. It was just about enjoying a pipe and just, you know, that was it. It has definitely changed. It's now become a collector's. I wouldn't view that person as a pipe smoker. I'd view that person as a pipe tobacco collector. And in that, there's absolutely nothing wrong. And that would make more sense to me. In my mind, that it made sense for me to call him a collector. Because he said he hadn't smoked half of these and a quarter of them, hardly any of them. And I'm thinking, well, why would you buy 10 tins of something and never even try it? And he was saying how it might be really good in a few years' time. And I'm thinking, well, they're really good now. Why don't you open a tin? And yeah, I just find that a little bit disconcerting, to be honest. I can't relate to that. That doesn't make sense to me. What makes sense to me is that you buy a tin of tobacco, you try it, and you think, that's really nice. I could smoke that a lot. Then I'd go and buy a few more tins of it and put them away into a cellar, if you want to call it a cellar, or I would call it my cupboard. And then I would just work my way through it throughout the time. And I'd do that with all the tobaccos. That's exactly what I'd do. But I don't buy it on speculation and in the event that I might like it and buy half a dozen tins of it. I just can't do that. I just find that wasteful. Because it has happened to me where I buy a tin of tobacco and I just don't like it. And many people love it, and I just didn't like it. And case in point, Samuel Gowerth, full Virginia tobacco, full Virginia flake. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm pleased I only bought one tin. And imagine if I bought 10 tins of that. Oh my God, what a disaster that would be. You know, and then I'd have to get rid of it all. I'd give it away, or try and sell it, or swap it. Probably try and swap it, actually. But yeah, so like, in my mind, to reconcile myself with all this, I have to call those people tobacco collectors, not pipe smokers. And there's a huge difference there. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with what they do. Nothing at all. Because they are gaining so much enjoyment from that. And that's perfectly acceptable. But please don't just mistake it as a pipe smoker. That amount of tobacco. You're still smoking a pipe, but a lot of them don't. Like one of them was asking, so how many pipes do you smoke in a day? He said, well, you know, maybe one. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe one. How the hell are you never going to get to that tobacco? And then he said, and sometimes I just don't have one for a week or two at a time. It's, you know, less is more for me. I'm thinking, less is more with you with 1,000 tins of tobacco. That doesn't make sense. So I had to laugh. I'm sorry, I just less is more. We should take a hint from that. But anyway, I shouldn't really laugh at these people. It's not right. It's not good, is it? But rest assured, I don't think this channel is going to end up like that. Because I just like to... I don't mind. I could amass thousands of tins of tobacco. But I'd like to share it with people and have people come and have a few bowls with me and enjoy it. Because it can be a very solitary hobby, smoking pipe, but it doesn't need to be, does it? It'd be nice if you could have a few people together and just having a smoke. I'm not talking like a massive room full of people all smoking together. That just leaves me cold thinking about it. Just like a couple of people and having a pipe, having a discussion, seeing what they think, shooting the breeze. That appeals to me a lot. And maybe I should try and do that on my channel as well. Try and get people to come and have an interview with them, or me go to them. And well, it's difficult here out in Ireland because there's not that many of us, so that I don't think that series would last for very long. We might get a week out of it, and then we'll run out of people to share the pipe smoking with because there's no one around. It would mean I might have to travel though. But you know, I don't know if I could afford that, but it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? But yeah, so there we have it. Anyways, as you can see, it's quite bright out here. Sun has come out today, thankfully, but it had been absolutely pouring with rain. And yeah, we're getting April showers early this year, I think. Yeah, sorry to change the subject there. But anyway, so just to recap, we're going to have a live broadcast. I've sent out a poll on my channel page, and I'm going to change the channel name from Carrig Studio to Carrig Piper. Are we all good? Is that satisfactory? Does that make sense to everyone? If you all think it's a really stupid idea, do let me know too, like, before I actually go and do it. But yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed that. That bowl has just about gone, I think. I've got a little bit more in there now. I might just tamp that down a little bit and give it a bit of a relight. And I don't want to go too low in the bowl because it'll start to get bitter. But yeah, this is nice. This is standard mixture. Peterson standard mixture, and it's a really good daily smoke. And it's, what time is it now? It's 1:30 in the afternoon here. I might go for a bite to eat now. So yeah, there we have it. So I hope you're all well. Oh, one last thing. I knew there was something. I should write these things down on paper. Tobacco swaps. I'm up for that. Yeah. So if any of you have tobaccos that you would like me to review, and I can give you something in return, let me know. More than happy to do that. And we can swap tobacco, and I might have to do a website actually, make like a pipe tobacco swap site or something like that, or along those lines, make it a bit easier for people. I might try and do that. It was my background. I did a lot of web development years ago, but I have to have another look at it and see what I can do. Like a tobacco exchange. There you go. So no money changes hands at all. It's just I have a couple of ounces of, say, I don't know, university flake. Does anyone fancy some university flake? I'd quite like to try, and then whatever it is. All it golden flakes, say. Anyone want to swap? Do that. What do you think? Is that a good idea too? That might work, mightn't it? Maybe that already exists, I don't know. But I'd link it to my channel though, that way. So that then we can also have discussions about what we swapped, or we could do like a mass on swap and make sure as many people as we can have the same tobacco, and we can all get together and have a pipe review together. That'd be interesting too, wouldn't it? You know, I'm all about just trying to involve people. It's not about me. This is about the community, pipe smoking community, and people who have like-minded ideas and passions and enjoyments, and we can have a bit of fun at the same time, can't we? And surely there's nothing wrong with that. And we're living in a world that's just been so heavily governed and heavy-handed about, you know, trying to ban smoking and trying to make things. Yeah. I'm just not. I'm against that. I think it's just madness. And so if we could circumnavigate that and make life a little bit easier for us, and make our enjoyment of the hobby a little bit more enjoyment too, and be able to share it amongst ourselves, surely that's a good thing. So there we have it. Let me know your thoughts. I really do need to know your thoughts, because I value them. You're a great bunch of people, and I get great enjoyment from reading your comments and you sharing your ideas and your memories and everything. It's just absolutely wonderful. Yeah, we could make some friends for life in this channel for sure, and maybe even meet up at some stage in our lives. That'd be great too. Nothing heavy, just nice. Life's too short, isn't it? Gotta make the most of life and enjoy ourselves. So there we have it. That's the end of my bowl. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. It was a bit all over the place, I know, but sometimes that's the way things come out. But there was nothing bad, was it? It's all good. It's all good. Great to talk to you all. I hope you have a great day, great evening, wherever you are in the world, and hopefully we'll meet up soon in a live broadcast. Talk to you soon. Good luck.